Hey guys, it's Lefty from 643 Productions, welcoming you to another gameplay commentary. And along with the Armored Kill patch and the M16A3 nerf that I did a video on previously, and just a quick note, this is not a live commentary. This gameplay was, pre-recorded, and now I am just recording the commentary over it. But along with the M16A3 nerf in the Armored Kill patch came a buff to the UMP-45 PDW, or Personal Defense Weapon. Now, I loved the UMP-45 in the beta. However, and I would argue rightly so, it was labeled as more than a little bit overpowered in the rest or in the context of the rest of the weapon roster, and was nerfed at the release of the game. Now, since that point, the UMP-45 has been just it was bad. It was taken down from the uppermost echelon of weapons in Battlefield 3 in the beta to when the game was finally released in the full retail version. It was near the bottom, if not one of the worst. And again, it's competing directly, I would say, with the PP-2000. The PP-2000 is supposed to be more of a longer range, slow fire weapon. The UMP is supposed to be closer range, higher damage weapon. But the DICE really kind of failed to hit their mark, or at least admittedly, I mean, they're fixing it, right? So they failed to hit their mark with what they were trying to achieve with the UMP-45. However, with the most recent patch update, the UMP-45 got a rather large boost to damage in close range, while I'm going off the patch notes here, while receiving a longer range, seeing a reduced damage over range. So the gun now does more damage up close, but does less damage over range, meaning the DICE is trying to solidify the gun's weapon as a heavy-hitting close-range weapon. And here's what I have to say about that. I'm just playing with it. I've played a few games. This gameplay you can watch and decide for yourself. I would say it's pretty good. I would say they are right in the patch notes say specifically that they say they tried to hit a sweet spot with the UMP in terms of it's supposed to be a close quarters weapon, a little heavy hitting, but not be as good as long range, etc. And I think they've hit that. I think they're in that zone. If they did nothing else to the UMP, I would be happy with it. It is definitely a lot more powerful than it was in the retail version when it was decidedly in context of the other weapons in the game in terms of what's available. It wasn't really very good. I would rather you would be better off taking the PP90 or the P90 or the PP2000 in most situations. Again, the UMP in the margins at the extremes, yeah, it was still viable in some weird contexts or weird scenarios, but it wasn't really, they didn't hit that sweet spot that DICE talked about it. So after playing with it for a while, I put my seal of approval, not that it means anything because I'm a self-proclaimed Battlefield doofus, but I put my seal of approval on the UMP-45 after this most recent patch by DICE. But here's the thing, and I want to run this idea by you, because I remember every Battlefield 3 beta montage, of course, had a huge UMP feed. And I remember the setups. I don't know why, but I remember for a while the UMP having extended mags. I don't think it did, but for some reason in my head I think that. I have no idea why. But the setup was usually holographic sight, suppressor, and I guess a laser sight, or can that even? I don't know. Whatever. I think you can put a laser sight on it, or a tactical light to blind people. And there was always a huge feed in whatever montage somebody put out. And I was thinking about this the other day. Now again, I would say if they did nothing else, DICE has hit their mark with what they were trying to do with the UMP-45. So they don't have to do anything else. This is all just superfluous. Like if you want to get a little bit closer to being in the middle, right where it should be, maybe even a little bit above average, if you want to do that, I propose this. How about an extended mags attachment for the UMP? Just an extended mags attachment. No more rate of fire increase, no damage increase. I think they've hit that sweet spot in terms of damage and damage over range. I think they have. But how about increasing the number of rounds in a single magazine? How about give it that close quarters feeding ability? Because right now it doesn't have that. Because right now, after 26 shots, The damage isn't where it was in the beta, but it is admittedly a little bit better. But you still are going to have to be stopping to reload a whole lot because the damage of the weapon still isn't that much, and you only have 26 rounds in any given magazine. Not to say that the UMP is bad. Again, it's very, very viable. Very viable, once again. And I applaud DICE for that. But I think if you want to get a little bit teensy-weensy bit closer, give an extended mags attachment. And I don't want to say, give it the 40 rounds plus one in the chamber of the PP2000. But how about, I saw on a forum post somewhere, somebody said there is a regular box magazine for the, real life UMP that holds 34 rounds, 34 rounds in a single magazine. Again, right now, the UMP in Battlefield 3 only holds 26. So how about that? How about 34 plus 1 rounds in a magazine with the extended mags attachments? That means you have to give up flash suppressor or a suppressor. No, wait. No, what do you have to give up? Oh, God, I'm so bad at this. But you have to give something up, obviously, in that third tier where you would get the extended mags, I believe. Again, they can tier it however they want. But I think that would allow you to have a close range feeding ability that right now you can only get in the PP2000. Right now, still, even with this buff to the UMP, the only real close range feeding weapon, the weapon that can just churn up the PDW that can churn up in the close range and give you sustained fire is still the PP2000. So again, just to recap, I think that DICE hit their mark. I think they hit directly what they were aiming for in terms of hitting that sweet spot in terms of damage for the UMP. Powerful, but not overly powerful, and yeah, in the close range, but once you get out over longer ranges, the damage kind of goes to bleh. I think they've hit that perfectly, but if you want to get just a little closer, I lobby for an extended mags attachment. Again, not to be the 40 rounds of a weapon like the PP2000, but more, I would say, 34 plus 1, maybe 35 plus 1. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But anyway, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. Battlefielders out there, let me hear from you in the comments, and with the rating button, let me know that Battlefield content will continue to be appreciated. I love all of you Battlefielders out there. I love all the subscribers and viewers, just all of you individually. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out.